Hello, everybody, from Lady Colonel Field on the campus of Henderson County High School in Henderson, Kentucky. I'm Greg Busby alongside Josh Woody, Isaac Thatcher at Studio Control in downtown Henderson tonight as we get you set for Henderson County High School Lady Colonel Soccer as part of our Senior Night series here on WSON. We had the Colonels game last Tuesday night, a week ago Tuesday, and here with the Lady Colonels on their Senior Night against Owensboro tonight. We're broadcasting not only, of course, on air, 96.5 FM, 860 AM, and the WSON radio app, but also you can watch tonight's game on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, or at WSONradio.com. So we will bring you the live senior night ceremonies momentarily. You'll hear the voice of Colonel Field and Colonel Stadium, Danny Perkins. We'll have those live senior night ceremonies here for the Lady Colonels, and be sure to join us on Tuesday of next week. We'll have senior night for volleyball as Brad Klein will have the play-by-play of that one for us. And appreciate Josh Woody making the trip over tonight. He'll have the play-by-play for you here on WSON as part of our senior night message. Special thanks to our sponsors, ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory, Liberty Federal Credit Union, Ryan Monroe, your local Edward Jones investment advisor, and by Womack Law Office. As you see on your screen, if you're watching, some of the Lady Colonels out. We've got a line toward the middle of the field that the seniors will walk through and walk with their parents from kind of closest to press box right below us here at Lady Colonel Field.
Coach Dempsey in his 12th season has been through a few of these here at Henderson County.
He has. We were just talking to Coach before we went on the air. It's time flies, so 12 seasons here at Henderson County. A lot of success, too. He's several region titles, several appearances in the state tournament, region runner-up a year ago, so hoping to get the Lady Colonels back to the state tournament. And we will now go live to Danny Perkins with our senior night ceremonies here on WSON.
Good evening. Tonight has been designated as Senior Recognition Night here at Colonel Field. This evening we will be recognizing 5 outstanding young ladies for their contributions both on and off the soccer pitch. Greeting the seniors and their families this evening are members of the Henderson County High School administrative team, Coach Ben Dempsey and his coaching staff, and the Lady Colonel players. Our first senior to be recognized this evening is Soraya Coots. Soraya's parent is Lisa Coots. Soraya began playing soccer her senior year. Her favorite soccer memory is all the bus rides with the team and blasting music. Soraya's future plans include joining the military as she plans to enlist in the United States Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet Soraya Coots. Our next senior is Adeline Gish. Addie's parents are Philip and Whitney Gish. Addie began playing soccer when she was 5 years old. Among her soccer accomplishments, being a strong defender, saving goals, hyping up the team, and being a leader. Her favorite soccer memory has to be the pregame dance sessions. Addie's future plans include attending college where she plans to study to become a dentist. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet Adeline Gish. Our next senior is Ainsley Toombs. Ainsley's parents are Ashley Toombs and Ryan Mansko. Ainsley began playing soccer when she was 6 years old. Among her soccer accomplishments, they include making it to the Final Four in 8th grade, the Elite Eight in 10th grade, and winning district every year of high school. But most of all, she's proud of the memories that she's made and the lifelong friends that she's gained along the way. Her favorite soccer memories. My favorite memory as a Lady Colonel was in 8th grade when I got to travel with the varsity team to the Final Four. I was the ball girl and my sister Carice, a senior, was on the team. It was an unforgettable experience. Ainsley's future plans. She plans on attending the University of Evansville, where she plans to study nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet Ainsley Toombs. Our next senior is Bailey Womack. Bailey's parents are Dax and Lindsay Womack. Bailey began playing soccer when she was 4 years old at Newman Fields, almost 14 years in simple math. Among her soccer accomplishments, reaching the Sweet 16 her freshman year, advancing to the Elite Eight her sophomore year, and winning the district championship every year of her high school career. Among her favorite soccer memories, winning region her sophomore year, meeting some of her best friends, and she says this has been one of the best experiences of her life. Thank you, soccer, for everything. Among her future plans, Bailey's future plans, include attending the University of Kentucky, where she plans to major in entrepreneurship. She would also like to thank her coaches for everything that you have done for me. I love Lady Colonel soccer. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet Bailey Womack. Our final senior to be recognized this evening is Paisley Toombs. Paisley's parents are Ashley Toombs and Ryan Mansko. Paisley began playing soccer at age 6. Among her soccer accomplishments, they include experiencing the final region game and winning district her junior year. Most of all, creating the best memories with her team. Her favorite soccer memory was her junior year when we had a little snowball fight with grapes on the bus, and surprisingly, we were not caught. Sorry, Mr. Douglas. Her future plans are to attend Murray State University, where she plans to major in pre-veterinary medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet Paisley Toombs. Let's give all 5 of our seniors a big hand for their accomplishments both on and off the soccer pitch here at Henderson County High School.
That's the voice of Colonel Field and Colonel Stadium, Danny Perkins, with our senior night ceremonies here on WSON as we get you set for the match. It's the Lady Colonels and Owensboro coming up in about 10 minutes here on WSON. We will take a timeout here from our sponsors of tonight's coverage, ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory, Liberty Federal Credit Union, Ryan Monroe of Edward Jones, and Womack Law Office, and be back with some pregame for tonight's match, the Lady Colonels and Owensboro on senior night here on WSON. Welcome back to Lady Colonel Field, getting you set for Henderson County High School soccer. I'm Greg Busby with Josh Woody. Josh, I know you had a few moments to dive into this match with Owensboro out of the 3rd region, taking on the Lady Colonels out of the 2nd region. So a non-region matchup, but pretty competitive, just 35 minutes apart from Henderson County and Owensboro Senior. And obviously a special night for Lady Colonels with senior night, so you know they want to get a win. But with the regular season kind of winding down, I guess all these games are a little important to get with some momentum going to the postseason.
Yeah, both teams have a similar record. Owensboro 9-7 with 1 tie. Henderson 10-6 so far this year. And the Red Devils have done a pretty good job in their district as well. Or pardon me, in their region. They're 500 in their region, 4-4-1. And 2-4 in their district. Henderson, on the other hand, had them at 6-1 in their region, 1-0 in their district. In the stats provided by the KHSAA. The teams had several common opponents as well, including Davis County. Henderson lost, Owensboro lost twice to Davis County. There was another common opponent with Apollo. Henderson just beat Apollo 5-0 earlier this week. Back on August the 20th, it was a big win for Owensboro against Apollo, 8-0.
I know we kind of talked about, Josh, before we came on the air just about some of the stats, and I know you saw kind of McKinley Black really suck out for Lady Colonels, I think coming off a hat trick a few nights ago this other week, and she's obviously the primary focus offensively for Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson County has scored 46 goals this season. 20 of them, just a little bit under half, have been scored by McKinley Black. Second leading scorer is Layla Google. She has 10 tallies on the season.
Anything kind of stick out as far as the Owensboro side when you kind of took a look at their stat sheet?
Didn't have as much time to take a look at Owensboro, but looking on the fly here, their leading goal scorer is Lily Neiman, 26 goals on the season, and then Ella Hall with 11, and Amelia Calhoun, the 3rd player, with double-figure goal scorers for the Red Devils.
So it should be a good matchup tonight. Lady Colonels, you'll see if you're joining us on our video stream on Facebook and YouTube. They'll be in their maroon tonight with gray shorts and the white numerals, and Owensboro will be in their whites tonight with black numerals and red shorts, as both teams out warming up after we had senior night ceremonies here on WSON and had those live with Danny Perkins. So we're about 8 minutes or so away from the introduction of players and the national anthem here on WSON. Just a reminder that we will have volleyball senior night that are coming up on Tuesday, as the volleyball team will take on Christian County. So it's our senior night series here on WSON. We had the Colonels with a 1-0 win over Madisonville, a big school rival, a week ago Tuesday. Lady Colonels meeting Owensboro here tonight, and again the volleyball team meeting Christian County for the at least final time in regular season play. Could meet them in the postseason, but of course Christian County and Hopkinsville merging into one school after this spring, and they'll be the Christian County Tigers merging the Christian County Colonels with the Hopkinsville Tigers, so they're going to call the school the Christian County Tigers. At least that's the last I heard, but same way on the football side coming up later in the season with the Colonel football team will play Hopkinsville and Christian County for the final times this season. Of course, we'll be with the Colonels tomorrow. A long road trip to Cecilia, Kentucky, near Elizabethtown, as they'll take on the Central Hardin Bruins. And it's a regular 7 p.m. Central Time kickoff, 8 Eastern. If you're making the trip there and the clock switches over on your drive to Elizabethtown. But it's still a 7 p.m. kickoff for us with a 6:10 pregame tomorrow here on WSON for the Colonels and the Bruins. And you can hear from the head coach of the Colonels, John Elliott. He'll be our guest once again, as he is each Friday morning around 6:35 for the Coach's Corner. And if you have a question or comment for Coach Elliott or just like to wish the Colonels good luck, we invite your calls as always Friday mornings on the Coach's Corner with Steve Tao and the head coach of the Colonels, John Elliott. And we'll have the big drawing tomorrow morning as well. Just have a little time to tell you about the 4 Titans tickets, giving away 4 club-level seats to see the Titans take on Jacksonville on November 30th. These are probably $1,000 or more value, and even more than that kind of on the secondary market, the stub hubs and the things like that. But club-level seats for the Titans in Jacksonville. We're going to announce the winner of those coming up tomorrow morning at 7:20 for our September contest, the WSON Tennessee Titans ticket giveaway. And we'll have our Halloween contest coming up in mid-October here on WSON. But
That'll be one of your last chances to see in Nissan Stadium.
That's a good point. Yeah,
I was down there.
Is that, are they going to open that next year or the year after?
I think it's the year after. But
Okay.
I was down there and I saw they've got construction underway there in downtown Nashville.
And that's going to be a domed stadium, or at least retractable, I think.
Yeah, retractable roof, I believe.
Yeah, and they're building, I guess, right beside the current Nissan Stadium.
I think it's closer to the highway from where Nissan Stadium is, if I remember correctly.
So a little bit more, I guess. I'm just trying. Yep, some more east coming up there, where that kind of parking is now, getting a little closer to the highway. So a lot of development going on down there. I forgot about that. Yeah, but they are building a new stadium there. It didn't seem like Nissan Stadium's that old, but I guess if you get 20 years out of a stadium, then they want to build a new one. So
yeah, Titans have been in Tennessee for about 25 years. Not sure exactly which year they came from Houston.
Yeah, maybe late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. So of course that kind of I think maybe just the first or second year they were in Nashville is when they went to the Super Bowl against the Rams, and with Eddie George and Steve McNair. So you're home for the Titans. WSON will have the Titans all season long, of course. I think right around that time when the Titans made the Super Bowl, we were an affiliate of the Titans here on WSON. So appreciate the Titans providing those tickets. And that's our September contest, and again the Halloween contest coming up in mid-October with some tickets to Holiday World for the happy Halloween weekends, and of course some Halloween goodies for you as well. That's coming up in mid-October, our next chance to win here on WSON. I do understand that the seniors are going to get some starts tonight. Normally Jersey Gardner is in goal for the Lady Colonels, Josh, but starting a senior tonight.
Yeah, it'll be Soraya Coots who will be starting in goal for the Colonels. I think it's her first start of the season. Coach Dempsey deciding to go with the senior for senior night. A lot of coaches do that in a lot of sports. It's always a nice gesture. And Jersey Gardner has been a really talented goalkeeper for the Colonels this season. 22 goals allowed on the season in 16 games. So a little over 1 goal per game is a very good mark for a goalkeeper, and also the whole defense. Henderson County has shut out 8 opponents so far this season, which shows the skill of the defense, even though they graduated their best back from last season. I forget the name. We were talking earlier with
Coach Dempsey.
Yeah. But they've recovered well from losing their best back last season. And I think also Gardner is playing her first year of varsity soccer here in 2025 as a sophomore, and has developed well in that goalkeeper role.
Yep, and Coach Danny Perkins of the Lady Colonels, of course, Jersey plays basketball as well, but took over the catching duties this year for fast pitch softball, and they made another great run to the state title game, finished as runner-up. So that kind of just, presence of being a defender, the catcher, that kind of rolled over to her being a great keeper, and she's so athletic.
It's that hand-eye coordination that really does it for you, that getting the hands in the right spot to either punch a ball away up into the sky or catch it with the gloves is a skill that I struggled with when I played soccer back in the 90s. It's been a minute. But it sounds like she's really mastered it here at Henderson County.
Yep, doing a great job. Big part of the Lady Colonels' success this season, as we are moments away from the starting lineup, so we'll get those live from Danny Perkins as well. He'll have the starters. They'll go out, and then the national anthem will be played after that. So at least keep it right here until we get the starters for you live here from Colonel Field, as the team's making their way out to midfield. And if you're joining us on Facebook, YouTube, you can check that out. Also, WSONradio.com. You can find our live streams all on those 3 channels. We do our best to get it out there as best you want to reach it. YouTube's good for TV. You can get on, if you're at home on your couch, you can pull up the YouTube. And Facebook, if you got your phone in your hand. And then always WSONradio.com. We will have the anthem first, so we'll take a timeout, hear from our sponsors, and be back with the starting lineups after these messages here on WSON. Welcome back to Colonel Field. As Danny Perkins, voice of Lady Colonel Soccer Field, will have our starting lineups here on
The
WSON.
High School Federation and the Kentucky High School Athletic Association require officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. High school athletics emphasize positive values. All of us have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork, respect, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that we expect good behavior and will quickly penalize misconduct. We encourage and appreciate your help. Let this competition reflect mutual respect among all participants and officials. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Colonel Field on the campus of Henderson County High School for tonight's girls varsity soccer contest featuring the Owensboro High School Lady Devils and your Henderson County Lady Colonels. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First, let's welcome the visiting team on the scoreboard from Owensboro, Kentucky, the Owensboro Lady Devils. In the goal, Haley Sykes. Number 3, Amelia Calhoun. Number 6, Ella Hall. Number 7, Adeline Selby. Number 10, Lily Neiman. Number 11, Caroline Smith. Number 13, Lily Carroll. Number 15, Amaya Thomas. Number 18, Drew Kurz. Number 26, Rachel Grozier Ferguson. And number 27, Lillian Page Early. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the starting 11 for your Henderson County Lady Colonels. Number 4, Layla Google. Number 6, Alex Rendell. Number 8, Lada Johnston. Number 11, Olivia Joyce. Number 13, McKinley Black. Number 22, Riley Moore. And introducing our 5 seniors in the goal, Soraya Coots. Number 5, Eddie Gish. Number 7, Bailey Womack. Number 9, Ainsley Toombs. And number 10, Paisley Toombs. Good luck to both teams.
Thank you, Danny. Danny Perkins with those starting lineups. Henderson County, as I mentioned earlier, they are in the maroon with the gray numerals, the maroon socks, and the white numerals and the gray shorts. Meanwhile, Owensboro in their white jerseys with black numerals trimmed in red and the red shorts. And with the play-by-play of tonight's match, let's send it to Josh Woody.
And thanks to Greg Busby for inviting me out to Henderson County High School tonight to join you here on WSON. Referees checking the goals on both ends before we begin tonight's contest. Of course, we had the JV matchup a little while ago, so wouldn't expect any holes to have developed in the netting since then, but that's part of the procedure. Got to check out the condition of the field before we have the referee's whistle to begin play. And there it is. Henderson County will play the ball back to midfield, and they'll try and advance through into the 18-yard box, trying to play forward for Layla Google. Can't quite get there as the goalkeeper coming out, Haley Sykes, to get her first touch of the game within the first minute. Nice punt there ahead for Sykes, and Henderson will retain the possession. Colonels have done a good job of moving the ball around among their teammates throughout the course of this season. Many players with between 5 and 10 assists on the scorebook. But that's just the half of it. That only counts when you score, but moving the ball around is really important to having an effective offense, and Coach Dempsey's done a good job of that. As to have a crossing pass to the center spot, picking up the ball on a hop is Haley Sykes. She'll punt it away quickly, near halfway, as Henderson holds the possession briefly. Now Davis County will take it over. Dribbling with the ball, Lily Neiman over on the far sideline. She passes back to the middle and over to the far side. With it now, looks like that's Ella Hall for a long shot is going to end up being tipped over the in line, and it'll be a corner here for the Red Devils. So we'll see who they send over to the corner flag to take this one. Here on the near side corner, looks like that is Ella Hall. Left-footed service towards the penalty spot, off of a player's chest, down to the turf. To the far corner flag now. Davis County continuing to possess the ball, but Henderson triple teams and tries to take it away. They get it out to near the center circle, and the Colonels will take the possession. They've got some numbers up. Dribbling with the ball for the Colonels is Google, and pushed over towards the end line, and the referee says corner. So Henderson will send up Lada Johnson to take this corner, the freshman. Far side corner flag. Owensboro sends about everybody back, just the goalkeeper and one field player outside of the box to defend. Now even that 10th player joins in the box. Here's the service. Curling away and picked up on the fly by Haley Sykes, the keeper. Sykes impressive here in the opening 2 minutes, but no score between Henderson and Davis County senior night here at Henderson County High School. Play continues on the far sideline. Played back to Riley Moore for the Colonels. They'll play it along the back line. Olivia Joyce with a touch. She puts a through ball up. That is for Black, their leading scorer. But again, good command of the goal area by Haley Sykes, the Red Devils goalkeeper. Henderson really dominating the possession here in the opening 4 minutes or so, as probably 80% of this game has been played on Owensboro's defensive side. Another through ball played up. Little arm got tangled. Thought the referee might call a foul, but did not. Ball sent skyward here by the keeper from Owensboro. Henderson will try and play it. Little miss there by Addie Gish, but she will recover and send the ball forward to midfield. There's Bailey Womack. She loses the control, but Henderson still gets the ball ahead to, I think that was Google there in the middle. Henderson dribbling, trying to find a space to play the ball through. Now back to the defensive line and out of play. Throw-in coming up here for the Red Devils. It'll begin their attacking third far sideline. Red Devils bring it into the edge of the 18-yard box. Rejected quickly by Henderson with a double team. And tapped out of play again by the Colonels. So here's a throw-in from the Lady Devils. They'll play a long ball through and directly to Soraya Coots, the keeper, getting her first save of the evening. That'll be a shot on goal for Owensboro. Wasn't struck very hard. Gave Coots plenty of time to find it, and here comes a counterattack from Henderson. They got the ball down to McKinley Black at the edge of the 18-yard box, and we get substitutions. Going to change in the primary goalkeeper for Henderson. That is Jersey Gardner coming in to relieve Soraya Coots. Gardner, the sophomore. Referee's whistle. I think we were just waiting on the substitution to finish before the throw in here on the attacking third for the Lady Colonels. 33:45 left on the clock, first half. 0-0 is our score. Henderson will try and make something happen from this set piece, throwing in near side from 20 yards. Header away from the Red Devils. Henderson will retain the control. Dribbling in the middle of the field for Henderson was Latta Johnson, now taken away by the Red Devils for a moment. Re-entered by Henderson. There's Google, far side, or near side I should say, near the corner flag. And crossing pass, trying to connect with McKinley Black. She gets a header on the ball, but able to recover and grab the ball in the hands. Haley Sykes, another save for the keeper from Owensboro. That's the first shot on goal for Henderson, comes with 32:55 on the clock in the first half. As Henderson continues to dominate the possession, they have the ball again. Devils took it away for a moment, but Colonels taking crisp, short passes here on senior night. There's a shot off of the goalkeeper's shins. That'll be a corner. Second corner of the evening for the Lady Colonels. One on the far flag, now this one on the near. Haley Sykes dropped to one knee to try and pick that ball up and could not. So coming over to the near side for the corner, I think that's Olivia Joyce for the Colonels. Here's the service to the near post, off of the chest of a Colonels player, trying to get the ball down for control. They do so just outside the 18-yard box. Joyce picks up the possession. Check that. That service was from McKinley Black a moment ago. And the Colonels will lose the control, and the Red Devils will try and bring it into the attacking half. Owensboro looking for some space in the Henderson defense. Billy Neiman makes a pass ahead to Amelia Calhoun. Back to Neiman, trying to find Calhoun, but a little bit wide left on the pass. Henderson will recover on defense. 30 yards out from the goal they defend. Good team defending there by the Colonels. As we have a throw-in from Owensboro. This is Adeline Selby who will take this throw. Gets it to one of her teammates. That is Amelia Calhoun with the captain's armband. Shot over the inline, wide right.
Trade the headache of trying to do everything by yourself for the relief and confidence of working with an expert. For more details, visit ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory in downtown Henderson or go online to atacpa.net. ATA, Business Amplified.
So we'll restart with a goal kick for Henderson in the goal they defend. Taking the kick is Addie Gish. Taking a little bit short. They'll play it forward, though. Alexandra Rindle gets her first touch of the evening. And taken away by the Red Devils, Amelia Calhoun. She's dribbling, passes to her left now. Over to the far sideline, Rachel Grozier-Ferguson. Ball tapped over the sideline. Grozier-Ferguson will throw it in, and we'll do it over, as we'll have another throw in on the far side. Henderson sends his ball skyward towards the halfway line. Nice header to advance the ball. And now over to the far sideline, trying to keep it in play. Cannot. And it will be a throw in for the Red Devils just behind the halfway line. 0-0 our score. We've played 11 minutes here at Henderson County on senior night. Lady Colonel soccer against the Owensboro Red Devils. Nice opportunity here. Coming down the sideline, Layla Google. Ball sent over the sideline. It'll be a throw-in coming up. Kicked away. Good choice defensively for Ella Hall for the Red Devils.
Substitution for the Lady Colonels.
Sub in here for Henderson, Lillian Stinson Perez comes in. Going to take a breather is McKinley Black, the freshman and leading goal scorer for the Lady Colonels. For Henderson, they will dribble the ball across and taken away. Possession by Lily Neiman for the Red Devils. Henderson will take the ball back at the halfway line. I think a little adjustment's been made in midfield by the Red Devils, just trying to keep the ball closer to that halfway line rather than allowing so much of the play to be forward into the 25, 30 yards out from the goal they defend, trying to keep it more like 50 yards away. Have to see how Coach Dempsey and his players make a counter. Playing to the near sideline, trying to go wide with the ball. Dribbling with it for Henderson is Paisley Toombs, one of the seniors being saluted today. Toombs passes to the middle of the field. With the ball is Rindle, playing up top as a striker for Henderson with the current alignment. And the ball sent back the other way, across halfway, and Henderson will recover the possession. Riley Moore over on the right back spot. And the ball tap over the sideline there. Going to have a free kick. Looks like near the halfway line. Maybe a handball. I think it was a handball called there. This will be a free kick here for Henderson. Their first of the evening. Right near the midfield stripe with 12 minutes gone in our contest. 0-0 the score. Thanks for joining us here on WSON and our Facebook and YouTube channels. As Henderson had 5 players and 1 player came streaking up for Owensboro, took the ball away briefly. Will fight for possession near the halfway line. Over on the far side, that is Rachel Grozier-Ferguson, dribbling with it for for Owensboro. As Henderson takes the possession and brings it into the attacking third. Toombs on the far side has the ball taken away, and long defensive kick there from the Red Devils. Ball out of play, and we'll have a throw in ahead. Sub into the game here. Back in is McKinley Black.
Returning for the Lady Colonels is McKinley Black.
Coming off is Ainsley Toombs. So Black a breather for maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3. But they really want to keep her scoring in the game as much as they can. Red Devils going on the attack here, middle of the field. Lily Neiman had a brief touch. She passed to her left. Got the ball back and now sent away by Henderson across halfway. Colonels are going to go on the attack. 1-on-1 between Layla Google and Lillian Page early. And the Red Devils come away with the control of the ball. Out to halfway again. 25-24 left here in the first half. Red Devils on the attack. Middle of the field. Shot off of the hand of a Henderson County player. Is the referee going to call that? He is not. That was about as obvious of a block as you can get. That would have been a nice shot in basketball, nice block in basketball, but the referee didn't call it. And so the Red Devils will continue with the possession near the halfway line. And the ball over the sideline. Throw in coming for Owensboro. Entry pass crossing, mouth of the goal, kicked out by Henderson, out to 20 yards from goal. Now they'll clear it out to halfway. Red Devils will regain the possession there near the halfway stripe. Now playing it up the near sideline. Layla Google has the ball right now for Henderson. She's dribbling, passes towards the middle of the field. Taken away there by Owensboro. Goalkeeper comes out. Jersey Gardner will pick this one up. And she'll punt it away momentarily. Henderson gets the first touch after the punt from the keeper. Gardner got some nice leg on that. Now up the middle of the field, Google for Henderson. Into the 18-yard box. She has some help to her left, and it's off of the goalkeeper's gloves. Should be a corner. Referee says no. Referee says it's going to be a goal kick. So we'll have a substitution here for Owensboro. Coming in is Naheeman Mahinga. And coming off is Rachel Grozier-Ferguson.
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Henderson County Colonels and Lady Colonels Soccer on WSON. Call financial advisor Ron Monroe at 270-827-3381 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
So the goal kick will restart play. Red Devils will take this one very, very short. And they'll try and play it up the near sideline, try and develop something. Traditionally on a goal kick, you'd play up the middle, kick it towards the middle of the field, the middle circle. That was not what the Red Devils decided to try here. And it results in a turnover, and Henderson will have the throw in. They get it in quickly to Black as the ball is taken away from Henderson and over the sideline. Throw in coming for Henderson. Get the referee's whistle for substitutions. 2 players into the game here for Henderson County. Ainsley Toombs is back, and Malia Dixon in for the first time.
Returns for the Lady Colonels. Substitution for Henderson County, number 12, Malia Dixon.
Red Devils with the control after the throw. Lily Neiman dribbling near the halfway line. Tries a through ball. Nobody home there for the Red Devils. Henderson gets the first couple of touches, and they will try and develop something from behind halfway. Pushing forward now to Ainsley Toombs. Ball taken away from her by the Red Devils defense. As we'll play a little kickball near the halfway line. Neither team really in control of the possession right now. Now here comes Henderson. Henderson playing into their attacking third. Malia Dixon dribbling with the ball over the sideline. Out of play. It'll be a throw here for the Colonels. 0-0 is our score. 22 minutes left in the first half of play. Henderson fighting for the ball over on the far side. Some tough defense, tough but fair, I'd say, by Owensboro over there on the sideline. And Red Devils take the possession away. A player goes down to the turf for Henderson, gets right back up. No foul from the referee. Fighting for control once again in the middle of the field. I would say Henderson dominated the first maybe 8 minutes of this game, and Owensboro has made a adjustment and has controlled the possession a little bit more in the second 8 minutes or 10 minutes or so. Here comes Henderson streaking up the middle. Opportunity, but the offsides. Henderson was offsides. That was Ainsley Toombs, I believe, who was called off. That's always a tough call in these games with 2 referees. When you have 3 referees, the line judges are supposed to stay on parallel with the furthest back defender. With the 2 referees, it's just a little bit more difficult because you have more duties as a referee to call all the fouls and all the boundary calls both. Ball back in play. Henderson not able to connect on a pass, and a throw-in coming here for the Red Devils. Ball brought in, first touch to Henderson. Pass connects with McKinley Black. Out of play, last touch by the Red Devils. Substitution for Coach Dempsey. Layla Google back in. Coming off is Lada Johnson for a breather.
Layla Google returns to the match for the Lady Colonels.
So the ball thrown in. First touch goes to the Red Devils. Second touch will go to Henderson, it looks like. As chasing it down over in the corner is Riley Moore. And the ball goes over the end line, last touched by Red Devils. So we'll have another goal kick, this time on the far side. Trying to see who it is taking these goal kicks for the Colonels. Couldn't quite get the binoculars to focus. as the ball is sent over the sideline. And a throw in for the Red Devils. That goal kick was taken by Olivia Joyce for Henderson County. The Colonels go up the far sideline now. Dribbling with it. I think that was McKinley Black. No, check that. That was Malia Dixon. Ball goes over the sideline. Last touch by Dixon. And a throw in taken by the Red Devils. Colonels will bring the ball back to the feet for control. Play up the far sideline again. Try this opportunity one more time. Playing to the middle, trying to connect with Dixon. Taken away by the Red Devils defense. Sent back to the sideline where Nahiman Mahinga is standing by. She makes a pass, but taken away by the Colonels' defense. They'll play to the near side, trying to reverse the field, trying to find some green grass and some space. But Red Devils doing a good job of jamming up midfield. As the Colonels struggling to advance the ball more than maybe 35 yards from the goal they attack. 17 and a half minutes left here in the first half. We have another substitution for Coach Dempsey. Into the game, Lada Johnson after a very quick breather. And coming off is Bailey Womack. Throw in here for Henderson County. And tapped back to the back line. Joyce had a brief touch there. Now playing to the far side. Lillian Stinson Perez.
Lada Johnston returns to the Lady Colonels.
And tapped out of play. Throw in here for the Red Devils. 0-0 still our score. Henderson County obviously wants to score a goal. They are undefeated this season when they score at least one. All their losses have been shutouts. Also no draws so far for Henderson County as we get into the last week or week and a half of the regular season. Here come the Red Devils on the attack, coming up the near sideline with the ball, Lily Neiman. Neiman passes to the middle for Amelia Calhoun. She hasn't had a touch in maybe 10 minutes. As the ball tapped out of play, we'll have a throw in for the Red Devils, executed by Adeline Selby. Takes it short to Calhoun. Calhoun, well defended by Henderson County. Layla Google takes the ball away, and she will turn on the Jets, going across halfway, passing forward, hoping to find somebody over there on the far sideline. That was Black. And the ball tapped over the sideline. Last touched. Going to have substitutions first. And it should be a throw in here for Henderson County. Into the game for Henderson County, Bailey Womack and Alex Rindle back into the game. That's a big advantage Coach Dempsey has here. A lot of players on the bench, about a 15-player rotation who gets into almost every game for Henderson. Owensboro only has 11 players available. Sorry, 15 players available, pardon me. So the 11 starters and 4 subs. There's more players on the roster, but not all of them are healthy for tonight's contest. Going to be a corner kick for Henderson as the ball was tapped over the inline by Owensboro shortly after a throw-in with 15 minutes left on the clock here in the first half. Far corner flag. Service will swing out. Here's the kick. Will this stay in play? No, it goes on the top of the netting. So another corner for Henderson, their third of the evening. That's a big advantage. 3-1, Henderson leading in corner kicks about 2/3 of the way through the first half. 14 minutes, 11 seconds left here as a goal kick will restart play for the Red Devils. First touch goes to the Henderson Lady Colonels. Colonels will not be able to make anything of it, at least not at first. Red Devils will push this ball forward, long pass through and probably too far. Henderson will get back on defense and try and turn the corner, turn it around, and send it over the sideline. They're going to hope to keep that inbounds, but couldn't get the corner turned in time. Throw in here for the Red Devils. Lily Neiman gets it in. Pass to the penalty spot, and that goes through the legs of Jersey Gardner, the goalkeeper, but a second effort corrals the ball, and no harm, no foul. So Gardner will punt this one away at the top of the 18-yard box. Player for Owensboro, I think maybe has a cramp. Went up for that header and came down a little slow. Henderson pushes the ball to the near sideline, now to the middle of the field. Dribbling with it, Layla Google. She dribbles to the right side of the formation this time, trying to pass to the middle. Nice crossing pass, however, is intercepted by one of the Red Devils defenders and sent over the sideline. Have a throw in here for Henderson. Subbed into the game for Coach Dempsey. In for the first time, Chandler Gillum.
Substitution for the Lady Colonels, number 18,
Liberty Federal Credit Union's vertical checking is not only free, but it pays an incredibly high interest rate of 3.5% APY. Open your vertical checking and start earning extra money today at Liberty Federal Credit Union.
Henderson County brings the ball into play with 12:10 on the first half clock. 0-0 the score. As the ball plays back to halfway, Henderson County, however, will regain the possession, and they'll try and go again, playing up the middle. Good opportunity for their leading scorer, who has a collision with the goalkeeper, takes a tumble, McKinley Black. Still down on the turf, gets a hand up, and I think she's okay. Just, even though we got some rain this week, turf probably a little firm still here at Henderson County. Although you can tell they've been irrigating this, because if it was not irrigated, it would be totally dead. And the grass is good and green here at HCHS. Lady Colonels collect the ball near halfway. They'll try and form the attack once again. Womack passes forward, now back to Womack. She'll play it to the back line. So they have better vision of the field. Player goes down. Referee is going to call that foul. That is going to be a very dangerous free kick here. This will be from about 20, maybe 25 yards. Second free kick of the evening awarded by our officials. First one was way out here by the halfway line. Lining up the service for Henderson County, Latta Johnston. It's like a four-player wall here for the Red Devils. There's the service, just wide left. So she went directly on goal, but a little bit wide. Just the second shot of the evening for Henderson County. So the Red Devils will line up a goal kick. As the ball kids have a lot of chasing to do. There's been a lot of balls out of play here in the last 10 minutes. A lot of throw-ins, especially over on the far side where the spectators are. Here comes the Red Devils on the attack. Nobody up top to pass to, though. There is some help to the right for the Red Devils, but they'll play through and hope somebody can find the ball, and that's just Henderson. Red Devils get the ball back. Neiman dribbling with it. Ball taken to the sideline. Last touched by Neiman. It'll be a throw here for Henderson. Ball bouncing along the sideline. Henderson has the first touches. Red Devils trying to turn the ball around and go back on the attack. As the ball goes out of play, we'll have another throw. Lady Colonels executing this. Chandler Gillum. as the ball tapped down to the turf. Playing forward now for Lady Colonels. Red Devils have numbers on defense. Here's an opportunity and a shot put on wide left. Believe that was Layla Google with the shot there for Henderson County. I very much believe that was a good decision by the Lady Colonels to take that shot, as I don't think Owensboro was really in a defensive position there. It was just wide to the left. Ball tapped over the sideline. We'll have a throw in. With 8 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, 0-0 is still our score on senior night here for the Lady Colonels. Colonels will take a shot. That's picked up on a save for the goalkeeper, Haley Sykes. So Henderson starting to pile on the shots. They've got 3 shots in the last maybe 8 minutes of game time. Henderson playing near the middle of the field. They've got a couple of forwards up if they want to make the pass. There's Google. Very brief touch. Red Devils take it away. Colonels have a little brief touch again, but nobody really in control of the possession right now. Colonels. Couple of boots, but it's not crisp passes right now. Partly good defending by the Red Devils. As here comes Google up the far sideline, double teamed. She makes a crossing pass, and that is right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Haley Sykes. However, I'm going to call it another shot. So another save for Sykes. And I think that would have found the near side post had it not been picked up there by the keeper. Got 6.5 minutes left here in the first half before we go to intermission. Colonels looking for a tally here before halftime. Playing the ball along the far sideline, out of play. Red Devils will have a throw. Throw in taken. And it's a good throw in. Gets a lot of distance through the air there for the Red Devils. Henderson gets a touch on defense. Player goes down to one knee, gets right back up, and the Red Devils will take a weak shot. Picked up no problem by Jersey Gardner, and it was a little bit wide to the left. Nice punt by Gardner, who, as we mentioned earlier in the pregame show, has been a very good keeper this season for Henderson County. Henderson pushing the ball forward, trying to get to halfway. Ball runs out of steam before it gets there. And collected by Adeline Selby. So, Red Devils will go on the attack. Player with the ball slides down to the turf. I think she was maybe trying to make a little bit of a pass there, but didn't go where she wanted it to, and Henderson County gets the ball back into their attack. With the control is Alex Rindle. Tapped away towards halfway by the Red Devils, and now out of play. It'll be a throw in here for Owensboro at the halfway line. Two teams with similar records very nearly playing into a draw in the first half as we are in the final 4.5 minutes of the first half of play. We'll have a halftime show coming up. Go through the stats and some general thoughts about the first half and how it went. Henderson County playing forward, trying to get the ball to their leading scorer, Black. She tries to turn the corner over there by the far corner flag. Players go down, going to try and make the referee to make a call, and he does make a call. We're going to have a free kick. It'll be a Henderson free kick. This is effectively a corner. It's maybe 5-6 yards in front of that corner flag. Going over to execute the kick, looks like that is Latta Johnson for the Lady Colonels. Colonels have 3 players outside of the box. Everybody back for Owensboro on defense. This free kick is down on the ground. We get the referee's whistle, and I think the ball went over the in-line there. So it'll be a goal kick for the Red Devils.
Womack Law Office, the cornerstone of their success is the quality relationships which they maintain with their clients. Womack Law Office, 304 First Street in Henderson, proud sponsor of Lady Colonel Soccer here tonight on WSON.
Under 3 minutes left to play here in the first half of action. Red Devils going to try and go on the attack maybe one final time here before we get the halftime horn. Henderson takes the ball away. We got a referee's whistle for a handball. So it'll be a free kick here for Henderson near the halfway line. See exactly where to line this up. The referee says it was off of the forearm of a Owensboro defender. So this will be lined up maybe 7 or 8 yards in front of the halfway line. Referee giving some instructions to the players standing at the top of the 18-yard box. Here's the service on this free kick off of a head from Owensboro. They clear it away. So the Red Devils will go on the attack once again with 106 seconds left in the first half. Throw in taken by the Colonels quickly over there on the far sideline. They can't keep it in bounds, but it's tapped away by the Red Devils, so they'll do it again. Colonels play the ball to the middle of the field. With it there, Johnston ahead to Rindle. And now to Black. Black can't keep it at her feet, and the goalkeeper comes out, commands the area, and will punt this one away. Not in any big hurry to allow Henderson another opportunity. So she'll kick it away as far as she can and take a couple of seconds off the clock to do so. 1 minute. With maybe one final chance here for Henderson. It's going to be a deep throw-in coming up for the Lady Colonels. It's going to be a throw-in here for Henderson. Referee admitted a mistake in pointing the wrong direction. As the Red Devils throw-in is down the sideline and sent back into the attack by Henderson County. Throw in now for the Colonels. Try and get it to the middle of the field this time. There's Black. Black, 20 yards out with 15 seconds. She passes to her right. Now a little give and go action. That'll go over the in-line, and that will be a goal kick, and that will probably end our first half of action.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
So, after 40 minutes of play on senior night, it is Henderson County's Lady Colonels 0, and the Owensboro Lady Red Devils also 0. Back over to Greg for a halftime.
We will take our halftime timeout here from our sponsors, ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory, Liberty Federal Credit Union, Ryan Monroe of Edward Jones, and Womack Law Office, and be back with a look at Josh's halftime stats after these messages here on WSON. Welcome back to Colonel Field. It's part of our senior night series here on WSON. It's Lady Colonel's senior night as Owensboro is in town to take on Lady Colonels. And after a half of play, the first 40 minutes, a scoreless first half. Josh, in that first half, just kind of your observations on the opening half of play.
It seemed like Henderson controlled the possession more than Owensboro did. There was a lot more activity, especially in the last 25 or 30 yards where Henderson is attacking than there was in the equivalent side. But Owensboro was pretty efficient at getting shots off. That's not a problem per se. You're happy to let a team take a shot from 25 yards. But just when you look at the numbers, it turned out to be not that different. I had Henderson with 5 shots, 2 of which were on goal, and I had Owensboro with 3 shots, all of which were on goal and all of which were saved by the Henderson goalkeepers, who I think 1 save went to the starter, the senior, Soraya Coots, and 2 went to Jersey Gardner, the regular goalkeeper who came in after maybe 7 or 8 minutes in the first half. But I think if I'm Coach Dempsey in the huddle, I'm probably trying to push my girls to be a little bit more aggressive with the shots. Force the Red Devils to defend aggressively, because that's what has been a bigger advantage for the Colonels in the first half, was getting corner kicks and getting free kicks. Those set pieces are deadly in soccer. If you can get 10 or 12 of those, you will almost always score once. And this kind of game doesn't appear it's going to be a runaway either side. So getting a goal early in the second half will be very important. Whoever does that is sitting pretty to win this contest here.
Yep, kind of can dictate the match after that if either team can get an early go. A scoreless first half here on WSON. Again, special thanks to our sponsors for tonight's coverage and for our senior night series, ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory, Liberty Federal Credit Union, Ryan Monroe, your Edward Jones Investment Advisor, and Womack Law Office. Again, we'll have volleyball senior night on Tuesday. We'll have it on the air and also on our video stream like tonight's match here with the Lady Colonels. And last Tuesday's match when we had the Colonels here at home, they got a 1-0 victory over Madisonville. Maybe the Lady Colonels can turn in a similar score here tonight in this first half. And don't forget, tomorrow we'll have Colonels football on the air for you. No stream tomorrow since we're on the road, but we will have the Colonels on WSON 860 AM, 96.5 FM, and WSONradio.com as the Colonels be on the road from Cecilia, Kentucky, the Elizabethtown area, to take on the Central Hardin Bruins. But glad to bring you this Lady Colonels soccer match here tonight on senior night. The seniors were honored before the game. If you're just now joining us on WSON on air or on our video stream, you can check that out after tonight's match on the video stream. We did have the live senior night ceremony with Danny Perkins just about 45 minutes ago here on WSON. We will take our final timeout of halftime, be back with the second half coverage. Owensboro and Henderson scoreless. It's Lady Colonel senior night, Lady Colonel soccer here on WSON. Welcome back to Colonel Field, getting set to start the second half. Our senior night matchup, Lady Colonels hosting Owensboro. A scoreless first 40 minutes as the Lady Colonels and the Lady Devils last-minute preparations to get this second half started. Again, special thanks to our sponsors, ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory, Liberty Federal Credit Union, Ryan Monroe, your local Edward Jones investment advisor, and Womack Law Office, bringing you our senior night series here on WSON with the Lady Colonels on senior night tonight.
It's a very, very busy final week here for Coach Dempsey and his team. They play Owensboro tonight. They play Webster County tomorrow. That's away. Evansville North on Tuesday, and then they wrap up the season with Owensboro Catholic here at Colonel Field on Tuesday, October the 2nd. So the Lady Colonels will work right to left across the field in this second half. Kickoff will belong to the visitors. Lily Neiman will do the honors for the Red Devils. And they'll take a short kickoff over to the far sideline. Adeline Selby with the first dribbles of the second half for the Red Devils. Henderson will take the ball away. And you can see Red Devils back with 6 players on defense, really trying to pack it in and keep Henderson off of the scoreboard. But those numbers do allow Henderson to, allow Owensboro to take the ball away, but Henderson is still doing a good job of possessing the ball, just not able to get past all those extra defenders that the Red Devils have sent back. Red Devils push the ball forward, but really no threat there as Jersey Gardner comes out 15 yards off of her line, and she'll punt this away. 1 minute gone in the second half of action, a 0-0 score. Red Devils will regroup after the punt and try and make something of an attack, but the Henderson defense remains strong. They'll play the ball to the middle of the field, trying to connect with Black. McKinley Black does field the ball off of her opponent's shins, and a shot is just high, I should say. Shot taken there by Henderson's Layla Google. That's the first shot of the second half. As the Red Devils will prepare a goal kick. Get it near the center circle. As Henderson will play it back on defense. Red Devils trying to play up the middle. Ball over the in line. And it'll be a goal kick. Colonels will line this up, but got to get a ball as the ball kids throw one in from the sideline. Two and a half minutes gone here in the second half of play. A 0-0 score between the Colonels of Henderson County and the Lady Red Devils from Owensboro. Ball played forward long by Henderson. Nothing doing there as the Red Devils will send the ball back to halfway. Neither team has shown a lot of ball control here in this opening couple of minutes of the second half. Red Devils have it right now, middle of the field, but it's sent over to the sideline and last touched by Henderson. Henderson takes the first touch after the throw. A couple of players collide. No harm, no foul there. Red Devils are trying to reverse the field where there's a lot more space over on the far side. Ball played forward and too strong for anybody to help on that attack. So the ball punted away. Here comes an opportunity for the Colonels into the 18-yard box as the punt was a little bit short. Colonels get the possession, and they will try and make something happen now from the near sideline. Google dribbling, crossing pass, off of a knee, on the turf now, trying to make a pass inside of the 6-yard box, but now collecting it is Haley Sykes. Alex Rindle was in a good spot to finish there if Henderson had gotten the ball to her feet, but it wasn't quite on time, and Sykes had time to recover. 35:44 left, second half, 0-0 score. Henderson had a good opportunity there a moment ago. Not able to convert as Google dribbles on the far sideline. Now passes. Womack. Plays now to the near sideline. And the ball sent over the sideline as a couple of Henderson players going back and forth. That's Lillian Stinson-Perez. As the Red Devils now take the ball away on a pass. But good play in the midfield by Henderson's Latta Johnston. Ball goes over the inline, however, and this should be a goal kick. So they'll line it up there on the corner of the 6-yard box. The Red Devils take the kick. It's a little bit short. No wind to speak of here tonight at Colonel's Field, aiding the goalkeepers in those kicks. Here comes Henderson on the attack, top of the 18-yard box. That's off of a shin for the Red Devils and should be a corner kick here for Henderson. It will be a corner here on the near sideline. Coming up for the Colonels to take this kick. I think that's Johnston on the near corner flag, and everybody is packed into the 18-yard box from really the mouth of the goal. Here's the service, swinging out. I think that was off of the pipe, off the crossbar. So it's going to be off of the crossbar and back into the field of play as play continues. Owensboro has the possession of the ball, but Henderson getting back with numbers on defense. That ball goes out of play and onto the Red Devils' sideline, their shelter. Henderson, very nice facilities with the aluminum roof shelters if you have a rainy game. As the ball tapped over to the sideline again. Throw in coming for the Red Devils. Going into their attacking third. Neiman gets the throw in. Trying to connect with Amelia Calhoun, but Henderson County's defense gets there first. Good play on defense by Lillian Stinson-Perez. Here comes Henderson on the attack. Getting the ball to the top for Rindle. Rindle passes to Google. Top of the 18-yard box. Goalkeeper off of her line. She goes down, and the ball goes over the inline. Referee says goal kick. I couldn't tell who got the last touch on that. It definitely wasn't the goalkeeper, but the referee says that it was Henderson, so his opinion is the only one that matters. Line up a goal kick on this near corner. 32-14 left here in the second half of play. 0-0 the score. We'll see if the Red Devils go short with the kick again. They'll reverse the field. It does go maybe 30-40 yards. And the Red Devils will advance it across halfway. Henderson will wisely advance that over to the sideline and out of play. Give them time to recover on defense. Throw in taken, and the Red Devils get the first couple of touches, but headed the wrong way. As now here comes Henderson taking the possession. Bailey Womack with the captain's armband will send the ball forward, sent back by Owensboro. Now to Google. She tries to advance it, taken away on defense by Caroline Smith of Owensboro. Henderson continues to try and advance, but sent over the sideline. It'll be a throw for the Red Devils. Henderson again gets the first touch. That's something they've been really good at tonight for the Colonels, is taking away the balls on the throw-ins, particularly on the throw-ins. Owensboro can't score if they don't have the ball, and Henderson's done a really good job of taking away those opportunities on the turnovers. Throw in now for Henderson on this sideline. Going to have substitutions into the game for Coach Dempsey. Ainsley Toombs and also Chandler Gillum, a senior and a freshman, back into the contest. Throw in taken short by Henderson. They get it to Google, middle of the field, taken away by a double team. Couple of players fighting over the ball there near the, 30 yards from the goal that Henderson's attacking. Red Devils get the ball back to halfway, but good defending by Henderson's Womack results in a foul. It'll be a free kick here for the Lady Colonels just behind halfway. Service is struck well, sent back towards halfway by Ella Hall for the Red Devils. The Red Devils trying to take the ball away. They do have possession, but it's deep in the attacking area for Henderson as the Colonels get the ball back. Dribbling with it, Womack. She passes to her left. Now played through. I think I was trying to connect with Ainsley Toombs, but a little bit wide left of where Toombs stood. Substitutions for the Red Devils. Into the game is Ariana Hernandez-Jones. Coming off is Drew Kurtz. 28:51 left. Second half, 0-0 the score as we celebrate Senior Day here at Henderson. Colonels going on the attack after the the goal kick. Here's an opportunity for the Colonels. Top of the 18-yard box. They've got help. 3 players inside of the 18-yard box on the attack for Henderson, but Owensboro again back on defense with lots of numbers, and they're able to send the ball back to halfway. Colonels bring the ball to the top of the 18 again. Dribbling with it was McKinley, pardon me. Top of the 18 once again after the pass to Gillum, but rejected once again by the Red Devils defense. Lots of space, green grass, but again, one touch for the Red Devils, and then Henderson takes the control once again as they'll play it back across halfway, but out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in coming up for the Red Devils. But again, Henderson gets the first touch after the throw. Henderson pushing forward into the opportunity for a shot at the penalty spot. Player stepped over the ball, and we get the referee's whistle. Going to call it's like a foul against Henderson. Locking arms, looks like a little push maybe.
Womack Law Office, the cornerstone of their success is the quality relationships which they maintain with their clients. Womack Law Office, a proud supporter of the Colonels and Lady Colonels, 304 First Street in downtown Henderson.
Not been much action on the scorecard here in the opening 12 minutes of the second half. I have Henderson with 1 shot, Owensboro with none. That's about all we have to speak about since the halftime break. A lot of this game has been played in the middle of the field since the halftime break. Throw in coming on the far sideline here for the Red Devils into their attacking third. take the throw short. There is an opportunity shooting on goal from 40 yards out. Left-footed shot is on goal, but an easy save on a hop for Jersey Gardner. I probably shouldn't call that easy on the hop. It's actually more difficult than it would have been if it had been directly through the air. But that was the first shot of the second half for the Red Devils. Took about 14 minutes for that to occur. Ball played through, gets past everybody. Goalkeeper comes out, and good move there to command the area and corral the ball. Haley Sykes is the primary goalkeeper for Owensboro. 95 saves coming into tonight to 28 goals allowed. So that's still good numbers, not quite as good as Henderson's Jersey Gardner with 22 goals allowed, but still good. Colonel's dribbling with the ball near sideline. Layla Google dribbling, she passes to her left. Now playing through. I think that was intended for Addie Gish. No, check that. That was Ainsley Toombs over on the right side of the formation. And we'll have another goal kick to restart the play. There's the service. Brought to the middle of the field by the Red Devils. Colonels will try and take the ball away. Not able to connect on that steal, but this one will do the job. As the Colonels will play it back to their defense, that is Lillian Stinson-Perez. But Perez cannot corral it. Red Devils regain the possession briefly inside the 18-yard box as she fell to the ground. Perez, I should say. Henderson regains the possession. Here is McKinley Black. She's going to try and go all the way up the sideline. Double teamed, though, and ball taken away. Over the sideline, throw in taken by Black. Played ahead to Olivia Joyce. Now to Google. She stops, tries to turn the corner. Pass. Top of the 18-yard box. Still in the 18-yard box. Owensboro can't clear it out. Now they finally get it over to near the corner flag. Ball goes over the inline, and the referee says, corner. Sub into the game here for Henderson, Malia Dixon.
Malia Dixon returns for the Lady Cardinals.
Didn't see who came off. Here's the service on the corner near side, swinging out, and on the top of the netting once again. That's the second time that that's happened, and then there was the one off of the crossbar. So substitutions coming in here for Owensboro. That is Drew Kurz.
Drew Kurz returns to the contest for the Lady Devils.
Another goal kick taken short allows Henderson to get the first touch with really good field position, but not able to make anything out of it as the ball sent over to the sideline. It'll be a throw in near the halfway line on the far side of the field.
Liberty Federal Credit Union's vertical checking is not only free, but it pays an incredibly high interest rate of 3.5% APY. Open your vertical checking and start earning extra money today.
Henderson brings the ball into the 18-yard box on the attack. Ball goes to the inline, and we'll have another corner kick. See if they can get this one in the field of play so it can actually be acted upon by all the players in the field. I think that's 3 in a row for Henderson that were not actually in the field They were all too far back. Taking the service on this one is McKinley Black. She goes short. Dribbles around one player now. Top of the 18-yard box, entry pass. Rejected by Owensboro. Playing through, trying to get back to Black. And she will shoot, but it is off of the side netting. So that's Henderson's second shot of the second half. It's 19 minutes into the second half and only 2 shots. We talked at halftime about trying to be a little bit more aggressive with the shots. Obviously, I've not seen a lot of Coach Dempsey, and I guess I didn't correctly predict what he was going to say at halftime. Here comes Henderson once again into the 18-yard box. Good play again by Sykes, the keeper, waiting for that ball to land right in her hands. She'll send this one sky high on the punt. Bounces twice and out of play. Throw in for the Colonels. Henderson gets the ball down for control, and we get the referee's whistle. I think that was a handball. Indeed, a handball called by the referee here on the near side. Wasn't intentional. Didn't really matter to the play, but referee saw it and called it. Exactly halfway through our second half of action, a 0-0 score. Josh Woody with Craig Busby here in Henderson, Kentucky, Henderson County High School, as the Lady Colonels celebrating senior night. As the ball sent over the inline, that should be a goal kick, and the referee says yes. Sub in here for the Lady Colonels, Alex Rindle.
Alex Rindle returns to the contest for the Lady Colonels.
Coming off is Chandler Gillum after 7 or 8 minutes of good play. Henderson brings the ball back into play in the attack. Nice crossing pass, a little bit high. As the Red Devils take the possession away, and they'll try and make something out of this. Not been very much action at all in the Red Devils' end of the field, particularly the attacking third or so, the last 30 yards. As the Colonels again take the possession away. And they'll get the ball top of the 18-yard box. Player goes down. The referee not going to call that. That was one of those, I wouldn't call it a flop, but it was a trip. And referee's not going to call that very often. That would have been a penalty kick if he had called it, as it was in the 18-yard box. But the bar is usually quite high to get a penalty kick. Henderson will bring the ball back in and get it to Womack. She passes to McKinley Black. Black passes to Google. Back to Google after their rebound. And diving on the ball. Another shot taken and a diving save for Haley Sykes. But right back at the attack for Henderson. And there is a shot and a goal just across the sideline. Checking to see who that was scored by. I think it was Malia Dixon. Didn't quite see. Okay, 6.
Returning for the Lady Devils is Rachel Groshier-Ferguson.
You said 6, right? Alex Rindle? Yeah, we're not quite sure. Rindle, okay, thank you. So Rindle with the tally to put the Colonels on top 1-0 here in the, what would that be, the 62nd minute. We mentioned earlier during the first half that Henderson has not yet lost a game this season where they score a goal, so that puts them in pretty good spot here midway through the second half of play. Rindle with the score and puts Henderson up 1-0, and they will try and add another one here as they go down into the attacking third. Ball goes over the inline, though, and that'll be a goal kick. That goal, though, developed off of a short goal kick taken by Owensboro. And again, Henderson has been seeing those, and they've been trying to turn them into their own offensive opportunities, and it worked well there on the goal. Goal kick taken. Again, it's pretty short. Henderson gets the first touch. They'll play it into the 18-yard box. And teams fighting for the control as there was 7 different players there in defense for the Red Devils. Henderson lost the control of the ball, but still able to add the pressure. As the ball stays in play, I thought that might have rolled over the sideline. Henderson maintaining the control and the possession near halfway. Now the Red Devils will take it away and force the Colonels to retreat on defense. Addie Gish, good defending there at the middle back spot. Forces the ball back to the halfway line where the Red Devils try and reset. Back to Gish. Red Devils will dribble, actually more of a pass, I would say, past Gish, but the ball goes over the sideline, and the referee is going to call for a throw-in for Henderson. That was one of those 50-50 calls there where it wasn't quite clear who might have touched it last. That one is clear, is off of Henderson. And the throw-in for the Red Devils in their attacking third. Red Devils dribbling towards the middle of the field with their captain, Lily Neiman. She passes to her right. Over to the far sideline, there is Caroline Smith. Smith stops at the sideline, ball tapped over the side, and it will be a throw for the Red Devils. .15-12 on the clock here, second half. Colonels up 1-0. As the Red Devils trying to push into the attack, trying to equalize this game up. Have substitutions first. Back in here for Henderson, Isabel Pryor and also Lillian Stinson-Perez. A couple of young players, a sophomore and a freshman into the game. Coming off Ainsley Toombs. And didn't catch who the second player who came off was. Henderson with the first couple of touches after the throw. They'll try and push ahead to Black. Black over on the far side. Plays back to a teammate. Now to the middle of the field for the Lady Colonels. Henderson gets it to Stinson-Perez, who just checked in. She will pass to her left. Sustained possession here for the Lady Colonels. They'll dribble into the 18-yard box. Red Devils player goes down. No foul from the referee. Henderson still on the attack in the 18-yard box. Little weakly struck, I think that was a pass, picked up now by the goalkeeper, Haley Sykes. When you're a goalkeeper, you got to look for the opportunities to pick up that ball. She waited and waited and waited and found a spot and picked it up and punts it away. Throw in taken. Pardon me. Actually stayed in the field of play. Now it'll be a throw-in. It'll be a throw here for the Red Devils. Near sideline. Lillian Early will be the player who executes this throw. Tapped over once again by the Red Devils. Throw coming for Henderson. 13:04 on the clock as the Lady Colonels lead 1-0 on senior night. The lone goal scored by a freshman here for the Colonels, but they have another opportunity here. Dribbling with it is Google. She has an opportunity to pass to her left, but a slide tackle is used, takes the ball away, as the Red Devils will try and create a counterattack. Henderson says no, they'll take that ball right back and send it over the inline, a shot. Wide to the right. So the Devils will set up this goal kick, and I think you were going to have a sponsor read, were you not?
I will, so we'll wait after this goal kick. Next
All right.
break, I'll get that in.
As the Devils take it out to halfway. And the Colonels will come on the attack once again. They have done a really good job this second half of controlling those 50-50 balls. When the ball is thrown in, there's a shot taken wide to the right, taken by Google.
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Henderson County Colonel Soccer on WSON. Call financial advisor Ryan Monroe at 270-827-3381 for all your investment needs. Ryan Monroe at Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Ainsley Toombs checks in here for the Colonels. One of the 5 seniors being saluted here on senior night, along with her sister Paisley, who has been out there, I believe, all 29 or 69 minutes so far. Don't believe she's had a break for Paisley Toombs, left back. 11 minutes left in this one. Henderson with the lead and the possession of the ball. Dribbling with it, Isabel Pryor. She tries to chase it down back into the corner. She does recover the possession. Passes to the edge of the 18-yard box. Now back to Pryor. Near the end line. Pryor goes down, and the referee is going to say, goal kick. So the Red Devils will set up this goal kick with 10.5 minutes left to play in the second half. Colonels in the lead, and one more goal would probably ice this one as the Colonels are in the attack. They've really picked up the control and possession in the final, say, 20-25 minutes. Here's Layla Google checking back in for Henderson.
Google returns to the battlefield with the Lady Cardinals.
Lada Johnston will get a breather. Throw in taken and immediately sent over to the sideline again by the Red Devils. Throw taken by the Colonels. And fighting for control over there on the sideline again. Red Devils just trying to help burn some clock there by preventing Henderson from entering the ball with their throws down there deep. There's an opportunity for Henderson, top of the 18. Black dribbling with it, sent away by her defender. Red Devils will reverse the field to the far side. Henderson has some help back on defense, and it's a good thing as their first defender not able to secure the ball. But the Colonels recover, and they will go on the attack again. Alex Rindle with the touch there for Henderson. Opportunity for Google. She shoots. It is off of the gloves, and a second opportunity for Haley Sykes. And we get the referee's whistle. The referees are going to confer as we have a clock stoppage with 8:46 left here. We might have a foul in the box, which would be a PK if they do call this. The two referees conferring near the middle of the field. I didn't see anything that really seemed like it should be a PK. As I said earlier, the bar usually quite high for a PK, but there could have been a handball. That could be their topic of discussion here between the two referees. It was the referee in the back, away from the play, who asked to confer with his compatriot, and we'll have just a play on. No call from our officials. I think we'll have a 50-50 drop between the near side official, as he'll hand it off to the goalkeeper for Owensboro, who will punt this away. 8:42 left as the clock resumes. As Henderson County could have been a handball there, but no call. And I think that went off of the forearm or elbow of a Owensboro player. Ball goes into the attacking third here for the Red Devils. Out of play on the sideline. Throw-in coming up here for Owensboro. This might be their best chance to equalize with 8 minutes on the clock in the second half. Colonel's up 1-0. Throw-in taken, edge of the 18-yard box. Colonel sends the ball sky high. One of the Colonel's defenders falls to the turf, and we'll have a throw-in once again deep in the attacking third for the Red Devils. Ball over the sideline. And we'll have another throw again for Owensboro. 3 in a row. Henderson gets the first touch. Ball to the end line. That should be a goal kick. Yes. Referee agrees. Subs into the game here for Coach Dempsey. Coming back, Lada Johnston.
Lada Johnston back in the contest for the Lady Cardinals.
Ainsley Toombs will have a breather. 7 minutes and 5 seconds as Henderson lines up this goal kick. Players take a tumble. We get the referee's whistle, and that should be, I think, a foul against Henderson. No, calls it against Owensboro. And the Henderson player is still down on the turf. Clock rolling. Referee's not asked for it to be stopped. He's going to check on her. And says no sub is needed. That is the center back, one of the seniors, Addie Gish. Planning to go off to dental school after she graduates here from Henderson County High School. I was thinking when I heard that if you go to dental school as a soccer player, you've probably had one. Had a cleat in the mouth at some point. As there's a ball hit from long range for Henderson County, easily picked up by Haley Sykes. But that will go in as a shot and a save. So Henderson going on the attack again with a little under 6 minutes left. Google, top of the 18, dispossessed. Good defending by Caroline Smith for the Red Devils. Ball over the sideline. Throw coming here for Owensboro. They'll take the throw long. Little push there. No call from the referee. Red Devils will reverse the field to the near side, and the ball tapped over the sideline. Last touch by Henderson County. Throw in taken by the Red Devils. Tapped over the sideline again by Henderson. Womack. Last touch. 5 minutes left. Davis County getting to the point of desperation here in the final 5 minutes as they are down by 1 goal. So it's not insurmountable, but got to get some opportunities. And Henderson doing a good job burning up these precious few seconds by tapping the ball out of play, forcing these throw-ins. This one here burns up maybe 15 seconds. As Henderson will send this back towards halfway. Good work by Google to corral that loose ball. She'll play forward for Rindle. Rindle passes to her left. Ball goes over the in line and going to have a goal kick for substitutions.
Trade the headache of trying to do everything by yourself for the relief and confidence of working with an expert. For more details, visit ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory in downtown Henderson or go online to atacpa.net. ATA, Business Amplified.
So, 4:07 on the clock as we resume play. They do have the rule here in Kentucky where they stop the clock when the substitution occurs in the final couple of minutes. So a throw-in coming here for Owensboro as they are really trying to push up, trying to get this equalizing goal. here on senior night in Henderson. 1-0, the Colonels lead. Ball over the sideline. 3:30 on the clock. And we're going to throw here for Henderson. Ball tapped over the sideline again by the Colonels. Just trying to keep the Red Devils from having an opportunity to attack the goal by just keeping the ball out of bounds. Henderson now will get the ball into possession. They'll play forward. Rindle will have the possession. Ball over the sideline and out of play. Throw in coming up here for Henderson. Under 3 minutes now. Colonels will have a throw from about 15 yards near sideline. Ball played back by the Red Devils. They'll try and go on the attack. Henderson County has numbers on defense. 4-on-1. Coming up the sideline is Lily Neiman, and she did not keep it in bounds. Get the referee's whistle. Just going to be a throw in here for Henderson. Henderson gets the ball in. We get the referee's whistle again for a foul. And I think the referee on the far side is getting a little annoyed with something. The whistles are becoming longer and louder. So it'll be a free kick here for Henderson. Just their second of the second period. Both of them way deep. But with 1:45 on the clock, the Colonels content to take a couple of seconds here. Take this kick along the sideline. That was touched by a Red Devil. Referee thinks otherwise and says there's going to be a throw here for the Owensboro Red Devils. So they'll get this throw in, trying to go to the center of the field, but Henderson takes the possession away. Layla Google, dribbling up the middle, has an opportunity on goal, and she scores! Layla Google has her 11th tally of the season for the Lady Colonels with 1:14 left here in the second period. And that will just about seal this one. 79th minute goal for Layla Google. The sophomore striker makes her own goal. She picked that ball up maybe 40 yards out, dribbled it down. The goalkeeper was basically one-on-one with Google and could not corral it. So the Red Devils really got to have a goal, and Henderson County has the opposite. They're going to set up a lot of players in defense. Looks like 4 in the back line and 5 midfielders, it looks like. As Henderson is going to burn the clock by just holding the ball over on that far sideline. Out of play, last touched. I was going to call a foul, actually, so it'll be a free kick here from, call that 45 yards, far sideline. I think he called a push over on the far side. Here's the kick. Goes to the top of the 18-yard box. First touch to Owensboro. Can't clear it out just yet. To the far side, Henderson County picks up the possession. There is Johnston over the sideline again. 16 seconds. And we're just a few seconds away from a senior day win
10, 9,
for the Lady Colonels.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
There it is,
1.
the final horn. As the Lady Colonels are winners today, 2-0 over Owensboro. An exciting soccer matchup here on WSON. As we'll have a quick post-game show in just a couple of minutes.
Have a safe trip home.
So we'll let you, I guess you got one more read?
I'll mention our sponsors before
Okay.
we take our break. Special thanks to our sponsors of our Senior Night Series coverage. The Lady Colonels beat Owensboro 2-0 tonight. ATA CPAs, ATA Advisory, Liberty Federal Credit Union, Ryan Monroe of Edward Jones, and Wamek Law Office We'll hear from them and be back to wrap things up after these messages on WSON. Welcome back to Colonel Field. Henderson County Lady Colonels get a senior night victory over the Owensboro Red Devils 2-0. The final score. Josh has a recap of the action tonight.
Yeah, so the goals for Henderson were scored in the 62nd minute. We believe the first one was scored by Alex Rindle, a freshman, scoring her fourth tally of the game. That occurred after a short goal kick by the Red Devils, a couple of passes from Henderson, and we think it was Rindle who got the last touch. Then Henderson sealed it. In the 79th minute, it was Google. She basically carried that ball 45 yards all the way past the keeper and secured the win for the Henderson Lady Colonels on senior night. Owensboro didn't have much success on offense, especially in the second half. I only had one shot for the Red Devils. One free kick, no corner kicks for Owensboro. Henderson, much more success. I was much happier to see a lot of shots for Henderson. They had them with 7 shots in the second half for a total of 13 in the game. 5 shots on goal, 4 saves for Owensboro's goalkeeper, Haley Sykes, and 2 goals for Henderson. For Henderson's keeper, Jersey Gardner, and also starter was senior Soraya Coots. They combined for 3 saves. 1 for Cooch and 2 for Jersey Gardner. So all in all, a very impressive performance for the Lady Colonels as they win on senior night, and they have to go again tomorrow as they play at Webster County.
Yeah, Lady Colonels improved to 11-6. Webster County and a district opponent for the Lady Colonels tomorrow. And again, Owensboro drops to 9-8-1. Thank you so much, Josh. Great job tonight. Josh Woody with the play-by-play of Lady Colonels soccer here on senior night as the Lady Colonels down Owensboro 2-0. We'll have the finale of our senior night series coming up on Tuesday from Colonel Gym. It'll be a volleyball senior night when the spiking Lady Colonels will host Christian County. That's coming up Tuesday here on WSON on air, as well as on our video stream on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WSONradio.com. Remember, we are on the air tomorrow night with Colonels football. Henderson County on the road to take on the Central Hardin Bruins. Pre-game at 6:10, the kickoff at 7 for that one here on WSON. Special thanks to my teammates tonight. It was Isaac Thatcher, At studio control in downtown Henderson, Ben Stone, our video producer. And special thanks to all of our sponsors here of Lady Colonel Soccer, ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory, Liberty Federal Credit Union, Ryan Monroe of Edward Jones and Womack Law Office. Josh Woody had the play-by-play for you. My name is Greg Busby. Once again, your final score, Henderson County Lady Colonels 2, Owensboro Red Devils nothing. From all of us here at WSON, for this time and until next time, I'm Greg Busby. Good night, everybody.